guys, this is Mystique with the Salt and Light family. We're back again with another video. As you know, this is our curriculum week review that we did for the 2020 and 2021 homeschool year. So I can't even talk today, guys. It's just been one of those weeks. You know, if you're trying to push, this is the end of the year. We're trying to get things done. We have like 2 more weeks left. And then I want to try to get these videos out to you guys this week. And today, guys, we're going to talk about my 7th grade daughter and what we use for the 2020-2021 homeschool year for my 7th grader. And before we get into this video, if you are new to my channel, hi! I'm Mystique. I'm the wife to Andre, and I'm a mother of 7 children. And we have ages 24, 22, 18, 13, 12, 9, and 6. We have 3 of my children that are grown. They're out of the house, and we have 4 more children to go. And those 4 children, I am actually homeschooling. 2 of those 7 children were homeschooled, and will be my second homeschool graduate in the month of June. I can't believe it. Can you believe it? It's bittersweet and it's exciting at the same time. So let's get into this video. I'm going to share with you my daughter's curriculum, and I have to say, I have to be honest, this year was a whirlwind. And I'm going to start out with the curriculum and the subjects that worked for us, because it always works for us. And the first thing is Bible. This year, my daughter decided to do the Faith Girls 5-minute devotions for girls, featuring 180 daily devotions this year for her devotion time. This is the book. My daughter reads the Faith Girls series. She loves them. Those books are so sweet. I will link all of that down below. I will link everything that you see here in the curriculum resources that we use this year down below in the description box. Also, what worked great for us were the student planners. I made a student planner for her, and this is something I created myself for her. And it's basically it just kind of gives you a section where she can write down her daily gratitude. In here, it's a date and what I'm grateful for, just to give her that practice to practice daily gratitude. And it has a calendar included. Let me skip to a blank page. It's just a daily calendar that she'll keep up with, and it has like the weather things. These are documents I created, and I just created them personally for my family. And they had a weekly checklist. Now next year I'm not doing all this because personally I just don't have the time, so they will be using she will be using an actual student planner next year that I've already gotten, and I'm going to do a video on our planners as well. The next thing that worked for us are our Bible curriculum, and that's through Bible Pathway Adventures. This is the Birth of the King. We were going to do 3 of these units, 1 for each term, but we only got like almost halfway through this because my children know a lot about the Bible, because we do talk about the Bible a lot in our home, and we do a lot of scripture study and things like that. So even though we didn't get through this, we know a lot about the birth of the King, of our Lord and Savior, our Messiah. We know a lot about him already, so this is just kind of like filler work for them. So we did just get through what we could, and we just basically, honestly, we just kind of put it down, and we just kind of did a lot of discussion from that. I don't like to really say that Bible is a subject per se, because it's something that we do on a daily basis, you know, so it's like a part of our lifestyle. After Bible, now if you've been with us for a while, you know that the Good and the Beautiful is the curriculum that we use. We love it. We've been using it for 5 years now. We don't see any changes coming soon. But my daughter worked through the Language Arts and Literature Level 5 course book for this 7th grade year. We took it slow. There is one thing that the jump from level 4 to level 5 was huge, because it was so much more work and intensive as far as writing versus the other levels that we've done. It was very, very intense for her, but she pushed through it. She did great. The Good and the Beautiful just works for her. I mean, I don't know if it's the art component. I don't know what it is. I don't even know how honestly don't even know how they're just doing it, but it's just a wonderful curriculum. I mean, the program is just, it's so wholesome. The stories are so wholesome. I mean, everything is just advanced. It's just, every year that we get into a new course book, it just kind of blows my mind. It just kind of takes my breath away, because it's so awesome. It's so amazing. And my children have excelled with using it, and especially her. She's done with level 5. She's actually working through level 6 right now. And I know we're not going to finish it before the school year, because we only have 2 weeks left. But what we'll do is we'll just work through what we get through. We'll just pause it and then pick it back up for the fall. And she'll complete that level 6 and she'll move into level 7. Now, one thing I want to say about the Good and the Beautiful's Language, Arts, and Literature is it is not based on grade level. But because sometimes people get thought, well, it's a level 5 and she's in 7th grade. Trust me, these courses are 1 to 2 years in advance. I mean, they are very highly advanced. This is a very advanced language arts curriculum. And I remember things in here, I don't remember learning until we were actually in 7th grade. So, and then on the website, if you go to their website, they were saying that even if you complete level 5, you can go right into their high school course for your, if you're doing a 9th grader. Anyway, the Good and Beautiful Language Arts, a win for us. It's been a win for a long time now. I don't see us switching anytime soon. And we're going to complete it all the way through. So she'll be, this is great. She's working through level 6 right now, and she'll just pause it once we take our little summer break, and then she'll just pick it back up again, and then we'll go into the next level. Now, from there, we also use the handwriting level 6. Like I said, I love the handwriting. It's great for her because of the fact that she is artistic. I'm trying to find one of her pages. This is one of the beginning pages of cursive, where it just reinforces her cursive. She wanted to continue to do the handwriting. I know she's 7th grade, still doing handwriting, but she loves it. She loves the copy work that's included, and the art component, of course, because she's my artsy craftsy, I can't speak today. She's the artsy child in my family. She's the creative brain in our family. She's always drawing, she's always doodling, she's always writing something in cursive. So this is so her. We're gonna do we're gonna keep going with the handwriting until they just run out. But that's the level 6 of handwriting for the Good and the Beautiful that she used this year, and that's the win. We also, for language arts, use the creative writing. We also, for language arts, use the creative writing notebook number 1. We let me go back. Now, for language arts, we did the course book Monday through Thursday. So we worked through that Monday through Thursday. We did the handwriting Monday through Friday. We also, for creative writing, we only pulled out creative writing on Fridays. Fridays only. So we only worked through this 1 day a week, but everything else was 4 days a week, because we schooled this past year 4 days a week. For another part of our language arts component, we use and I bought this in later because I felt she needed a little bit more structure for writing. And we went through the structure in IEW, structure and style for students level A. And this has been a game changer for her writing. I love that The Good and the Beautiful is an all-in-one inclusive curriculum. And you get literature, you get grammar and usage, you get punctuation, you get art, you get geography, vocabulary, and writing in this one language arts curriculum. Love it. Now, for her writing for structure and style, I felt that she needs a little bit extra for the structure of writing, if you will. Now, going through level 6. Now, I have I'm not going to even share it, but I'm going to share it in our next video. Now, I'm just going to continue with how this is actually working. Yes, this is working great. We don't do this every day. We do this 2 days out of the week only, okay? So, like I said, we'll be finishing this up. We have, like I said, about 2 weeks left in our school year. We're going to be finishing this up, but this has been a win as well, and it pairs great with The Good and the Beautiful. And I will link everything down below. Now, I'm going to get into the subjects that were kind of tough for us. And we've gone through a few that were not working for us. So, we're going to start with math. Now, for math, when we first started homeschooling, we used Math-U-See. After we got to our 3rd grade, we switched to teaching textbooks. My daughter has been using teaching textbooks since 3rd grade, and it has worked since 3rd grade. But when she got to 7th grade, and we've had to slow down in a few, my daughter is a right brain child. My daughter struggles with math. Once we got into certain concepts, she started to have trouble. And this was the year that we started to have trouble. Once we got to the level in teaching textbooks, she hit a wall. And for some reason, the computer-based math was no longer working for her. And when I tell you guys, it was a struggle this year for mathematics in our home. We tried teaching textbooks. I tried pairing teaching textbooks with what is it called? Elephant Learning. And it was a great program, and it actually does exactly what it says it does. Like, you could teach a whole year of math in like 3 months. And it does. I don't know how, but it does. But for some reason, my daughter actually needs the pen to paper type of math. So we tried to go back to Math-U-See, and I put her in Math-U-See Epsilon just to kind of go back over those fractions, because that's what that was. Once we got into Epsilon, she got even more confused. My daughter works better with a slower type of spiral type method. I looked at Saxon. I have to be honest. Saxon intimidates me. That's the reason why I've always stayed away from it. It really intimidates me. And I don't know if it's just me, but because I don't know. It just always intimidated me. And I know if it intimidated me, because I'm a right brain and I'm a creative person, and I know that it's going to intimidate her. So I went to Mardell. And there wasn't a store, because I went to Mardell just to try to get a little inspiration, kind of look at the different math, because you know Mardell's actually sell homeschool curriculum in their store. So I went into Mardell and I saw Masterbook. Math Lessons for a Living Education. And I went through the levels. I sit there in the store, I know, for at least 2 hours going through the different maths that they had inside of the store. And I stumbled upon the Masterbooks Math Lessons for a Living Education. Now, this is level 6. I went in and I looked at the principles of mathematics. I knew she was not going to place there right now. So I went back one level, and it was a level 6. And I got this. And when I tell you guys, when I picked this up, and we have been working through this for the past couple of weeks, something in her brain it just clicked. I don't know, and I don't even know how. The only thing that I'm looking at is the way they teach the concepts in this and the way her brain works. It actually works for her, and she's getting it. Now, we're new and only a few weeks into this. I know we're going to go through the summer with this, and it may take her into the following, just a little bit, a few months into the year, maybe not long, because she's getting it and she's working through it so fast. She could probably finish it within the summer because she's doing so much better. Now, I'm understanding her. I'm understanding that the computer-based math does not work for her at all. She has to have that teaching component with pencil to paper for her. She has to have that writing component where she's actually writing it down. Now, I did purchase the workbooks for teaching textbooks, but for some reason it just was not clicking for her. And I honestly have to be honest with you, and I'm trying to be transparent here. I really don't know why it was not clicking with her, but this is. Like I said, I'm very new to this program, so I mean like a couple of weeks in, and she's actually doing well. So this is a win. Teaching textbooks, great program, works for a lot of my other children. For her, not so much. So we're going to stick with this for right now, and we're going to figure it out along the way. Now, for the next subject that we kind of struggled through, and I have to be honest, we actually, I'm trying to put this very nicely as I can. It's a good program, but there's so much work. It was so much work that my children were in tears. It was so much work that I was in tears. It was so much work and so much reading that I had to do in this particular textbook that our eyes were glazing over and the children just were not into it at all. Now, I have to say this as well. When we first started homeschooling, we used Heart of Dakota. Coming from a program like Heart of Dakota and then moving into this type of program was a really big jump, okay? It was a really big jump. Now, we've used the Good and the Beautiful's history in the past, but we kind of ventured away from it because I wanted to do something else, because I wanted more of a literature type based because of our background with Heart of Dakota and using those the living books and the living literature and things like that for our homeschool. So I wanted to do something similar, and so I ran across Knotgrass history for her, and it was the From Adam to Us series. Now, the reason why I don't have the books here is because I ended up selling those books. It just was too much. It was a 5-day program and it was too much for us to do. My children just didn't like it. I felt like it was a lot. It was a lot on us, and I just didn't want to. My children were bored. It was, for us, it was like it was more kind of facts based. I don't know if I'm explaining this right, but I have to say, I think it'll work for some families. For our family, it just doesn't. My family they're used to living books. They're used to stories. And so what we did was, let me show you. This is the lesson review book. This is the timeline. Now I can say the components to what we used with Knotgrass that we did like was the timeline and the map book. My children love timelines. They love mapping. Just not so much the actual book itself and the stories. And the lesson review, they really we didn't really write in it, as you can see. We just kind of used it as a narration instead of actually doing the work pages. It just didn't work for us. And that's all I'm going to say. Because I do know that curriculum works for different families in different ways. It just didn't work for our family. So we actually went back to the Good and the Beautiful, and we finished up level year 3. We've already gone through year 1. We were gonna do year 2, but year 2 was sold out by that time. So we just got year 3, and we just went through the Good and the Beautiful's year 3, and we loved it. My kids love the stories. They love the audiobook component to it, and we like it. We do know that there's going to be an update, and of course I did add some extra elements to the Good and the Beautiful's history for year 3 because we wanted to make sure it was diversity inclusive. So we did that. We add our African American history and African history to the actual the Good and the Beautiful's history year 3. Okay, now for next year we're doing something totally different, and I'm going to share with you in another video, and I'm going to show you the books that we got in those hauls. So I'm excited about that. Now on to science. Science, as always, I have to say, since we switched our science up to the science units with the Good and the Beautiful, our science life has just come alive. We have so much fun in science now, and we're going to stick with it. I have the birds unit here. This is what we're finishing up for the year. We'll be done by the end of our school year, and this, I think, has been the most fun, is the birds unit for the Good and the Beautiful. We've gone through basically almost all of them. We still haven't gone, we have a few that we haven't gone over that we're going to go over this coming year. But we did Water in Our World this year. We did meteorology, and there was one more. I can't think of the one right offhand. But we're working through birds right now. It's so much fun. So we're using the Good and the Beautiful for science. For 7th grade, and my children love it. I will do a flip through of this to show you what this is. This is actually one of those sketchbooks from Walmart, and if you follow us, like I said, on Instagram or Facebook, then you'll see daily insight of our journey and what we do, and you can kind of see behind the scenes of how we actually do our homeschool, because I share a lot over there on social media of our homeschool days. Now for health, we actually did the maturation unit from the Good and the Beautiful, and it was wonderful. I used that only for her and my youngest son, and they did that together, and great health unit. And along with that, we did the Care and Keeping of You, the body book for older girls, and this is the book number 2. This is from the American Girl series, so she's reading through that. And also with the maturation unit, we have Good Pictures, Bad Pictures that goes with that as well. So that's basically it. That wraps up everything for my 7th grader and what we did. Now we do have other family subjects, which is nature study, and of course, I shared Bible, but we do have nature study. We have our morning baskets and things like that. But I'll share with you those things in another video. Now, we also do nature study together as a family, and we just do kind of some nature notebooking. And I will share with you how we do that and how we do our other art and music together subjects in a different video. Okay, so that is what worked for my 7th grade daughter. If you notice, we had some hits and we had some misses. The biggest 2 misses that we had were our math with teaching textbooks and our history with Not Grass from Adam to Us. Okay, I think we've gotten through that video. I thank you so much for watching me. If you're still here, thank you for your patience. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed to us, make sure you click that like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so that you won't miss any of our videos. And come along with us on a journey. Until next time, stay safe out there and be blessed. Bye.